Hi guys, my name is Bas and welcome to another SPSS tutorial on my YouTube channel. So for the next few videos I will take a look at the non-parametric tests, which means that the data you have is not normally distributed. And today we're going to take a look at the Wilcoxon's signed rank test, which is the non-parametric equivalent to the paired samples t-test. So if your data is normally distributed, then you should do a paired samples t-test. Well, if your data is not normally distributed, then you have to take a look at the Wilcoxon's signed rank test like we're going to do today. So I will explain you first how the analysis basically works, and then afterwards I'm going to show you how you should actually get to the answers in SPSS. So we're going to take a look at 8 participants, of which had depression and which took a course on depression, so therapy. And their depression was measured before and after the therapy. And we can see that there were 8 participants, and the first participant had 7 before the therapy and 9 after the therapy. Or for example, the last participant had 10 before the therapy and only 2 after the therapy, so it was very successful. Then the first thing which SPSS does is assign the differences to those 2 tests. And for example, the first one had an increase of 2, the second one had a decrease of -3, the third one had an increase of 1, then the fourth one -4, -5, -3, 6, -6 of course, -6, and then -8. And then those is the difference of the means, which SPSS calculates first. Then afterwards it's going to assign ranks to those differences. So the smallest difference is 1, so it gets rank 1. Then the second smallest difference is 2, so it gets rank 2. Then the smallest difference is -3, so it gets rank number 3. And this one, yes. Then the smallest rank is -4, so it gets rank number 4. Then -5, it gets rank number 5. And then number -6 gets 6, and number -8 gets rank number 7. So these are the ranks, and some of those are positive, and some of those are negative. And what SPSS does is it compares the negative ranks, so the one of -3, so the one of 2 and 1. It compares those positive ranks with all the negative ranks. And then it takes a look at whether there's actually a significant difference between those ranks if you add them all up. Because if the data wouldn't be related, then if the data isn't significantly different, then the ranks would be approximately the same for the negative and positive ranks. Well, if there is a significant difference, then there is a difference between the positive and negative ranks. And how do you actually do that? Well, you go to Analyze, to Non-Parametric Tests, Legacy Dialogues, and then the related samples, 2 related samples. And the ones you select are pre-test as variable 1, and variable 2 we select post-test. And then the test type is going to be the Wilcoxon test. So the Wilcoxon signed rank test. Then at options, you can select descriptive just to make it a little bit easier to interpret, but it isn't a strong requirement. Then we press paste. So a syntax will open, except my SPSS is a bit laggy right now. Alright, and if you then go to the syntax and you select the non-parametric Wilcoxon signed rank test, and you press the big green play button, then you first get the descriptive statistics, so with the means. So you can see that the mean before the pre-test was a lot higher than after the post-test. And then we take a look at the ranks, and we can see that there were 6 positive ranks, which had a mean of 5.5, so it's really high. While the positive ranks, so for the 2 respondents which had an increase in depressive symptoms, the mean rank was only 1.5. So there is a big difference between the positive ranks and the negative ranks. And then if you take a look at the test statistic, so whether this difference was significantly different, we can see that the significance level is lower than the alpha of 0.05. So we can conclude in this case that the Z statistic, so minus 2.103, that the Z statistic is significant. So in this case, yes, there is a significant difference between the pre-test and the post-test. So we can conclude that there was a significant difference between the pre-test and post-test in this paired samples Wilcoxon's signed rank test. So the depression symptoms did significantly. Their means were 8.375 and 5.125, and we can conclude that the difference between that is significant, with a significance level of 0.035. Okay, so that's going to be the end of today, so the end of the Wilcoxon's signed rank test. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode. If this video was helpful to you, then please leave a like on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're new, because a lot more SPSS videos are on their way. And for now, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Ciao.